Hey everybody, Yo from FT86 Speed Factory here. We just got in some Tom's USDM spec taillights in. Haven't had much time to do anything with them, but we wanted to get them installed on our shop car, so we thought we'd bring you a quick video of how to do it. What you're looking at back here is the back side of the taillights inside the trunk. This is what you would be seeing after you take out all of your trunk interior carpeting and paneling. Basically all you need to do is pop off your C-clips back there and then remove those panels, and this is what you would see. So you've got that extra step, but since we've done that here in the shop car, since we've gutted this entire thing, we don't have to do that. What you see back here is the wiring loom for the connector to the taillights back here. You've got 4 mounting points for the taillights, one right here, one here, down there, and your fourth one right up here. And those are 8mm bolts. So all you really need is a flathead screwdriver and an 8mm wrench or an 8mm deep socket. We'll pop this off with our flathead screwdriver, and I've already cheated a little bit, so basically you just pop that off and then this would pull out. They are a little bit of a pain sometimes. Then you pop the connector off and you can just lay that down. And then we've got the 4 8mm bolts. We'll go ahead and start taking those off. Okay, got those loosened up. Just take those off by hand now. Okay, got the 4 bolts off, and now nothing is holding the taillight back here, so basically all you have to do is just slide it on out. And there you have the OE taillights. And installation is just the reverse of that. So you take your new Tom's USDM spec taillights. Ooh, get that view, there we go. Beautiful looking piece. And simply come back around and mount it from the outside, going through your 4 mounting points. Once that's lined up there, you get your 4 bolts on. And you want to kind of go opposite, tighten one end down, tighten the other side down. So it goes in evenly as these bolts bring the taillights in towards the car. Take a step back, make sure everything looks lined up. Looks good back here. And now we can put the connector back on. There you have that. That's how you install the taillights in the back of the car. Next up, we'll put the new relay in. Okay, on to part 2 of the Tom's USDM taillight install. We're up at the front of the car right now where the driver sits, next to the steering column and all that, where we need to install the LED relay that comes with the taillights. To do that, we got to pop off the lower dash panel. We need 2 tools for this. We got a Phillips screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver. Underneath this panel right here, there is a little tab that's underneath it. Basically, you just got to stick your flathead screwdriver underneath there. Get that tab to pop out. Once that's popped out, you just use a little force and pop out all the tabs all the way up to the top. Comes out just like that. There's 5 tabs on there. Throw that to the side. Now we just need to get this lower part off, this lower piece, this lower dash cover. And there's 2 Phillips screws here. There's one here, and then one all the way back here underneath. Don't know if you guys can really see that, but if you just follow the edge of this lower dash panel all the way to the edge, you'll feel it right here, and you can take that off with your Phillips screwdriver. Alright, go ahead and get those off. Now that you got both screws off, you just need to pop the panel off. And this requires a little bit of force. Don't be worried about it. You can go ahead and tug it all, and you won't break anything because these are all just tabs. You can basically right here, pull that off. Tabs will pop off, nothing breaks. Then on this other side, do the same thing. And then you can just let it hang there. You don't have to take these connectors off. Obviously you can if you like getting this thing out of the way. But the flasher relay is actually on this left side of the steering column here. And underneath, it's up here. You guys probably can't see it. So I'm going to take this camera off and try to show you where it's at. So follow the steering column through. And right there is your flasher relay. Get this camera back on the tripod here. There we go. So basically, the relay sits up there like this with the connector towards the firewall. On top, I can zoom in on that. Nope. There we go. That's a little better. That's where the plastic connector keeps it up against the steering column. What you'll need to do is take your Phillips screwdriver and stick it in this spot here on the bottom part of the OEM relay, and then push from the back with your hand to pop off that connector. I'm going to do that now. It's kind of a tight spot, so it is a bit of work back here, but once you get in the right spot, you can bring your hand in the back and you can find the wire and the connector, push up against the back of it, and it'll pop right out. So now it'll hang. Then you can reach in with both hands and pop off the connector. There's just a white tab on top. And push it out. And there's your OEM relay. Go ahead and take your new relay and put it back on the connector. Oops, trying it upside down. Getting it the right way will work. There we go. Pop back on. And then you can look through the front of the steering column and line up that relay to the clip. And then slide it back on. There we go. It popped on, so now it's just sitting up there like it should. And there she is. Tough to focus, but it's there. Now that that's all done, you can pop on your panels. Get your screws back into where they need to be. And this panel just pops right back on. There you have it. And next up, we'll turn the taillights on and see what they look like with the turn signals and the brake lights and all that good stuff. Okay guys, we got the taillights all installed, everything wrapped up front with the relay, so the taillights are ready to rock. I'm gonna go ahead and have Jeremy in the car right now. We've got the car fired up, and he's gonna turn on the headlamps, so this is what they would look like when they are just rolling down the street. Next up, he's gonna hit the brakes and show you what these taillights look under brakes. There they are. Everything's working just fine. These look excellent. Next up, he's going to do the left and right blinkers. So he's going to go ahead and do that. There's your left blinker. And your right blinker. And there's your emergency flashers. And to show you the difference between the Tom's taillights that are USDM, JDM spec, and then the difference between those and the DOTs. These ones are DOT approved for US use, and that's why, because that little corner side marker there actually lights up when you have your headlights on. So you can kind of see that from the side. Another angle here. Go ahead and turn those off again, Jeremy. And turn them back on. There you have it. And that's the difference there. For those of you who are worried about being DOT spec or having to go get your car inspected and you want the Tom's taillights, these are the ones to have. Thanks guys. If you guys have any questions, you can email us at sales@ft86speedfactory.com.